So law school down there, I can only speak to my experience at Sydney, but that is a very regimented school. You're doing the classic like 3-year thing, doing all the courses, and you're getting ready to be an Aussie lawyer. And you kind of have to think about like, beginning with the end in mind, like what is it that you want to go on to? Because one of the difficulties when you go is that like law firm jobs post grad, it's a very regimented process. And if you don't fit into that box they're looking for, it can be difficult to sort of go on the more easily defined path. And I did struggle with that a bit. I thought it would just be super easy. You got good grades, you're doing the thing, you got the background, had a bit of experience, you apply to the local firms, and it really can be hit or miss, and that could be difficult. So be prepared for that. I'm sure things are changing since I've been there. There's a lot more international students going, but that is definitely something to think about. And so I did my 3 years and I came out. I mean, I didn't top the class, but I did, I had good grades, something I'm proud about, which is definitely something you want to maximize while you're down there. Just you want to put your self in the best position to succeed. And then graduated, and I believe I took a flight to Calgary for about 2 weeks and then immediately flew to London. I got the hell out of Alberta again, which I love it there, actually. I mean, it's just the way life goes sometimes. So I then did an LLM at the London School of Economics in London, which again is, regarded as a pretty good school. And that became my plan. I really wanted to sort of build on what I had been doing to make my CV as attractive as possible. And by that time, I had learned a lot more about the legal profession and how it works and the jobs that you want and things like that. And I kind of had a sense that I wanted to work, grateful to say where I am now, in a sort of international practice that's not really specifically locally oriented. So with that in mind, I went to another, good school in London, and I was doing the degree. And then, through networking, and that's really the key, like it's just who you meet along the way. And that's a great thing about going around the world. You don't know, what's going to happen. So if you go with an open mind and meet all these people and just be a great person, you're going to meet other like-minded great people, and doors are just going to open. And so actually I got offered to work for a big American firm in London with like an evening job. So I was doing my LLM during the day and then going to law firm in the evening to sort of help out because it was such a busy time. And that's where I got into international arbitration, which is what I do now. And so I graduated. I finished the LLM and graduated, and then kind of switched up my employment status in the UK and worked not as an associate, which is a key, but they had this other program called like a visiting foreign lawyer, and that's how I got things really cooking to where I'm at now. Because again, the paths into becoming an associate, especially in the big firms, which is all I can speak to because I don't know the sort of mid-level firms or the more local firms. That's just hasn't been my world. Anyways, they can be very regimented, and if you don't fit into the box, it's difficult to get in. And for a long time, that was frustrating. But you look at others who have the job and their sort of CV and the schools they went to and the things they've done, and you look at yours, and if you're doing the right things, that's all you can do. And so that was really my plan the whole time. I was just trying to like, so my dad says, but begin with the end in mind. And so look at the people who have the position that you want and sort of structure, what you're doing towards that.